Hi everybody, Namaskar. Hello everyone. I can see a few people joining in. Welcome to my live video on Facebook. Hello. So, people, thank you for joining in today. This is Poonam from Paint and Clay Studio. And I thought of going live today just to share a few thoughts about, first of all, the kind of pandemic happening around the world. People are dying. I would request everybody to stay at home and stay safe. Help your government, help yourself by following whatever your government has set rules for you guys. Stay home and stay safe. And help yourself and others to, be safe and fight against this terrible, terrible disease which is spreading across the globe. It's really sad to see people dying and sad to see people not following what your government has set rules, and so be home, be safe, and take care of your kids and elderly people because they are most prone to this kind of disease. Keep a distance away, like a meter away from people, and be home. So I see a lot of people joining in. Hello everybody. Hi. So today I am live here to disclose a tutorial which I'm going to uh, post very soon, publish basically. And this tutorial is all about the breads. So it's a 21-day lockdown in India, and as other people are suggesting, other countries are suggesting that people should stay home. Actually, we don't have anything to work at home, like we need something to be busy with. So I decided that I have made this cute little bread basket a couple of days back, and I decided that I'll make some videos and I'll post it for people who want to stay home and be creative and do something creative working with clay. So this video today, I have come live on Facebook just to share my thoughts about this beautiful bread basket online tutorial which I will be publishing today. Uh, Apart from the bread tutorial, I have some other tutorials also which people can stay home and access the videos and make their own clay products and spend their time at home a little more creatively. So in the video tutorial you will be getting all the knickknacks and all the little details about whatever is there in this beautiful bread basket. Just see the kind of weaving I have done through clay, and each and every bread which you see in the basket, in fact those breads which are not there in the basket also, those kind of breads also I will be having the video tutorials of in that tutorial. And also, as we don't have any courier facilities available here in India, at least um, the materials could not be shipped so easily until and unless the lockdown gets over. So I can mention, I don't uh, want to let people wait for the materials, and you can always have a option in your hand to create your own clay. You can make your coal porcelain and lamasa and you can create your own bread baskets with that clay. Of course, the finishing and the texture of the clay is way different from Thai clay, but to wait for the materials is a separate thing. Or else you can take the tutorials and see and go through it, and then once the lockdown is over and the courier facility starts again, you can always access uh, and buy the materials from me, and I can ship it to you anytime after the lockdown is over. So I also will be showing you a small little bread which you can create of your own. And before that, I would show you some of the creations which I have been making past a week. The lockdown has started now, but we are at home since last week, more than 8 days, and we've been working at home. My husband is helping me, my kids are helping me, and all of us are doing all our work of our own, and we're quite happy, quite time utilization at home basically. And these are a few material few products which I have made so far, like past 10 days or so I've been making all these, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I will be making a few video tutorials for the other kind of clay projects which I had never done in so many years. Like, I've always been busy with flowers and bouquets and other stuff, but now I have started making the miniatures and figurines and things like that again after almost 12 or maybe 14 years, I'm not even sure, and I'm kind of enjoying it. It's quite happy for me to see that I remember the steps, I remember the process. I quite am happy. So these are a few stuff which I have made in quite days, like these days. Small little birdies, faces of giraffe, even the dinosaurs. So I have been making all these pretty things, little knickknacks all the time. Look at the unicorn. Isn't it beautiful? No. The mice and the princess frog. I think we call it princess frog only, I'm not sure about it. And so many things. I've got the order for the mason jars also, so a couple of days I've been making and being busy with the mason jar stuff. These are the mason jars which I'm making, and yeah. So I will be publishing a video tutorial for these mason jars and these kind of animal faces. See, that's a paper clip, and that's a cupcake keyring holder, what do we call it, I don't know. So these animals, I'm gonna put up a tutorial very soon. I'm making the videos, just a little bit of work to do, and you can sit at home and make your own stuff and be creative and utilize your time in a better way. And these are the flowers, as you see. That's the grape hyacinth, poppy, even the pear, and all these kind of flowers. I have a few tutorials online. That's the doll which I have made and posted, I think 2 days back, and I'm getting a really good response out of this doll. And these are the kind of tiny dolls which I have made the tutorials of. The houses, the cupcakes and the dolls, and you can always utilize your time in this beautiful creative stuff. And yeah, so coming back to the video tutorial which I have for the bread basket, I will be including everything in the bread basket. So whatever breads, I have some 7 to 8 different kind of breads. These are the French loaves, the Kaiser buns, the hamburgers, and so many things you can learn in that tutorial. And what I will be teaching will be this kind of basket, which you can weave all by yourself, and entire placement of all these kind of breads which is going to be in the basket. I'll be teaching each and every little thing, after which you will be able to make your own bread baskets, which you can always put a magnet at the back here and put it at the fridge. That could work as a fridge magnet. You can put a jumping ring, and you can create a keychain holder, a keychain basically. And of course you can use it on nameplates and various things, and mummy's kitchen kind of different kind of stuff, and you can create your own stuff. So I will be teaching one video to you. I will be teaching one bread right now, and the rest of the tutorial you can buy anytime, and that would be a paid tutorial into which the videos are HD pre-recorded videos which will be valid forever. And you can access those videos anytime you want and see the videos, and you can make your stuff anytime, anyway. So now I'm going to teach you how to make one of the breads. I will just pick up the easiest one, and I'll just have to flip the camera like this, and I'll just fix it over the gadget. I'll just fix it. Now I will start. So for making the breads, I will be using, I have pre-colored clay here. The coloring of the clay and everything has been taught in the tutorial itself. And I am using Thai clay here. And I am using some very basic colors and materials which everybody must be having at home. Though I am using all professional tools, but it's not important to use those kind of professional tools. Like I will be using these kind of tools to make my stuff, but if you want, you can always replace this one with the needles, with safety pins, with anything which has that needle effect. That these kind of tools are always available with everybody. If you don't have, you can use the paper cutters and stuff like that. So not important that you need to use these kind of tools only. You can make your own breads just using the home material, and once the lockdown is over, we can actually access with the materials also. I have description links of all Amazon product which anybody could buy from Amazon, these kind of tools, and you can just click on those links and you can buy the correct product. So here I start. I will just take a little bit of clay and knead it between my fingers like that, and I will make it into a nice round ball, and I'll extend it from both the sides like this. Put your fingers here like that. Taper both the ends, but it should not be a point at the end. It should be a nice tapered ends, but not the points, like this. And now I'll keep it on the surface, on a flat surface like that. Now I'll just push it at the base, at the bottom like that, so that I have a flat base at one side. All you need to do for all these things, to make all these things, is just to analyze and see, and just follow the real products or the pictures available on Google and other stuff, Pinterest and Google and other stuff, and just see how the product is made. Once you have an access of that, it's easier to make your own replicas. Now I'll be using the knife tool, and I have to cut a slit in the center like this, a deep slit like this, and open the slit half, a little here, a little push to this side. Try to be as clean as possible. This is done, and now I'll be using the feather point tool. We call it the feather point tool, and I'll create some pointy kind of broken edge effect at the end of the slit and at the edges of the slit like this. In the center also a little bit of points, a little bit of dots, some soft dots, some harsh dots, and these kind of dots. Now this is done, just push them. Sometimes what happens is when we pull the clay like this from a pointy tool like this, sometimes it becomes a little D-shaped, so don't worry, you can anytime shape them. And if you don't have that kind of tool, you must be having any kind of needle or a safety pin point or a awl pin or a board pin or anything which has a pin kind of effect, or your needle tools and other tools. You can anytime create the textures or the dots like this using your pointy tools, if in case you don't have this kind of a feather point tool. So if you see, this is also a bunch of wires which are bunched together to hold nicely in a form of a tool. So anyways, the tools you can buy from Amazon. I have all the description link below the videos which are there for the tutorial. But if you don't have, you can always create those kind of effect using your own homemade products or the easy available products at your place. So this particular tutorial I always wanted to launch early, but I think this is, I won't say the right time, but then this is the time when you need to just kill your boredom and make something creative. Then go for this tutorial, it's really amazing. And secondly, you don't need a lot of materials to make this kind of a product. So it's just basic home stuff which you can make and make use of it. So that's the bread, that's the loaf which is ready. And if you want, you can color them. You can add some pieces of nuts to it with clay and the other details which I should be telling you, but not in this video. Those are in the paid tutorial, so you can anytime see the paid tutorials. It's not that all the techniques I've told here. There are a lot of other things which are there in the paid tutorials, so you can anytime access those tutorials and you can make your own breads. So so I hope you enjoyed the bread tutorial here, and like that only we have a lot of other breads. So I've just made a bigger basket like this, and where I have made some bigger sizes of the kind of breads I have made for the smaller miniature one. That's the French loaf, and can you see small little pieces of garlic over it? So this could work as a garlic bread as well. And that's the Kaiser loaf, and that's the Kaiser bun, that's the hamburger. See the kind of gloss and the color, everything on that sweet little small bread. And these are the Kaiser rolls. You must have seen these kind of breads also. This beautiful bread, and the pistachio loaf, and the croissant. That's my favorite, the chocolate one. So these kind of breads you can always make and create your own beautiful stuff, all handmade in this crucial time when the world is not in a good shape. So thank you for coming live, and to ask any doubts. If you have any questions regarding the tutorials or any questions regarding materials or anything related to clay, you can always ping me on the number which is there in the description box below the video, and you can anytime reach to me on WhatsApp for any doubts or queries or anything. And thank you all for joining me in, and see you in the next one. Bye bye, take care, be home and be safe.